naval installations in the world.
Not to mention how close you are to Washington, D.C., okay?
Well, we are, but the biggest threat is just the military presence here. I mean, this is a gold mine. I mean, you've got a large number of ships, and you've got large shipyards that are involved with Navy nuclear power. I mean, there's a lot of stuff here.
Mm-hmm.
And the largest naval base. So, I mean, that's a gold mine.
Listen,
I don't know of any other location in the U.S. Of course, other than Washington D.C., where you have such a concentration of such a target as here.
If there's a nuclear war, Adam, it doesn't matter. It's going to wind up wiping everything and everybody out anyway.
Yeah. So unless you live in a cave somewhere really far down.
Well, Osama bin Laden lived in a cave for about 10 years before they finally got him, you know. Anyway, good talking to you, Adam.
Same here. You guys have a good evening, and we'll, I'm not sure we solved anything, but...
We never solved anything.
Almost.
That's the point of this show. You know, if you solve anything, then there's no reason to do a show. You know. You know, what can I say?
There you go. All right, you guys.
All right, Adam. Thanks for calling.
Right.
It'll be good.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right, that was actually my brother Adam calling in, giving his 2 cents, which is always nice to hear from him. And we've got Mark still on with us in his remote location.
That's right.
As always. And what I need to do now, Dr. Mark, is grab a cup of coffee. So
I think you should put on a song then.
I think that's what I should do. I'm going to put on a song. I'm going to put something, let's see, over here. Call an easy listener. A song called Out of the Black.
Okay.
By Tiki Black. And we'll play that, and I'm going to grab a quick cup of coffee. Just for your information.
Close your eyes. Pretend that nothing happened. And believe that God's truth will hide. Close your mind. Pretend that you're ignorant. And believe that those risk a martyr's side. But when the truth is stuck in your throat, bad breath, are you a victim, a scapegoat? Bad faith, and when your life is stuck in your throat, bad death, are you born to survive? Bad faith, shut your ears. Pretend no ghosts haunt your heads, and towards future past take a ride. Shut your dreams. Pretend you're only human, and believe the child in you has died. But when the truth is stuck in your throat, bad breath, are you a victim, a scapegoat? Bad faith, and when your life is stuck in your throat, bad death, are you born to survive? Bad faith, you're free like smoke, and you're free like smoke. When you're breathe, you choke. When you're breathe, you choke. Lock your heart, pretend you're nothing human, and disguise cowardice as pride. Lock your wrongs, get confused in denials, and reject on others what you can't abide. But when the truth is stuck in your throat, bad breath, are you a victim, a scapegoat? Bad faith, and when your life is stuck in your throat, bad death, are you born to survive? Bad faith, you're free like smoke. When you're
Free Like Smoke from Tiki Black of the United Kingdom. That was a nice song. She has a pleasant voice.
At least you could understand the words.
You couldn't understand the words? Free Like Smoke. She's English. She spoke English.
No, I said you could understand the words.
Yeah.
You know. Exactly. Well, we managed to make it through almost an hour, you know, saying absolutely nothing.
Well, what did I say? I don't know if you deleted it or not. There was a point that I put in. So if we don't know what we're talking about, we just say it louder.
I don't remember whether I don't think I took it out, but
it's not there. Well, it was originally in the short bleep, the short version, that you said was gone.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to that, but it disappeared when I clicked on it, and that's why it wouldn't let me.
Yeah.
Well, I mean that's a technicality. We don't have to discuss that other than to kill some airtime. But
no, I'm just saying. But that's what I But that's what I wrote in. I said, if you don't know what you're talking about, just yell it out louder. You become more believable.
Well, isn't that what Donald Trump does?
Exactly. And,
he's got the biggest mouth, and he makes sure his point gets across, and then he leaves it at that. When you start questioning about it, it's let's move on to another topic.
And then, what do you think of the? Now Europe is getting a taste of immigration problems.
Oh, that's terrible. Yeah, but it's very interesting. United Arab Emirates, Saudi Arabia, and I forgot what the third country was, but they all say that the United States should take a more active role, as far as admitting the immigrants into the country. None of the two, there were three, but none of the two that I mentioned have taken in one so far, all right? And this is their area of the country. They're all leaving Syria, and traveling through Hungary and Turkey and every place,
because they don't want
to get to Austria.
Yeah, they don't want to go to Saudi Arabia, the people, or the Emirates. They want to go to Europe. It's a big difference, They have no interest in going to another Arab country. I mean,
well, but they're not helping. They're not helping out, is what that was brought out on the news programs. None of them have done anything to help the situation any.
Oh, I'm sure not, because who's escaping? Shiites or Sunnis? Mostly Sunnis, I assume, are escaping. And isn't Aren't the Saudis Shiites? Shiites, I think.
In all honesty, Felix, even now, I'm not even sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I know
So I really could.
Yeah, I know the Iranians are Shiites. Shiites. Maybe extreme Shiites, but they're the Shiites. ISIS is Sunnis, and everybody else is getting their heads chopped off.
Very true. Very true.
Yeah.
Although ISIS has been relatively quiet of late, but with them you never know.
We don't know if they're quiet or just that Trump has taken up too much airtime.
Well, speaking of airtime, in another 9 days, is it? A week from this Wednesday, then the next Republican debate. So we'll see who makes it on stage. Carly Fiorina
Is going to be on there. I think it's the same people, except that they added an 11th this time, Carly.
Well, I don't know. I think, like Rand Paul, his numbers are dropping. Christie's numbers are dropping. I don't think these people are going to be on the stage. I don't know.
They made the decision of who's going to be on before all these numbers really got worse. But there's nobody. I mean, they all say, everybody says, well, all these guys can come back. I don't know. I mean, Jeb is doing very well.
He's suffering terribly. It seems like Donald Trump has taken on a personal interest in just destroying his whole campaign.
Well, that's because he was the strongest one with the most money.
Well, he would. Everybody figured that he would be the
logical
middle
one.
of the road candidate. Much more electable than any of the rest. And Trump is knocking him down every chance he gets.
Because Jeb also had all the most money, except for Donald, of course. Because Donald just uses his own money. But
well, it's very interesting that with the exception of his helicopter and his own jet, he's used very little of his own money. Like I said before, he's getting all this free airtime, radio and television airtime. He doesn't have to spend any money.
Yeah,
for that.
Well, the ads aren't out yet anyway. I don't really see any ads out for any of the politicians, really.
It's too soon.
Yeah, they're not out yet.
It's way too soon. They spend their money now; they won't have it down the stretch.
Yeah. I mean, normally.
I think it's. I think we're talking about Republicans. I think it's very interesting that in New Hampshire, Bernie Sanders beats Hillary Clinton by 9 points so far.
Yeah.
And he's only a few points behind her in Iowa. Could prove to be very interesting down the stretch.
Well,
especially if Biden decides to get into it.
Yeah, well, Hillary is, that credibility problem is not going away.
I know. Look, she did not handle anything, the way it should have been handled, and unfortunately, she's paying for it now.
Yeah, well, they say she was a typical what Clinton does. They're untouchable. Well, I guess this time she wasn't untouchable. Who knows?
Well,
I'm not. I'm not sure. Right at this time, if you ask me who would vote for, I have no idea. Last time I knew I was going to vote. I was going to vote for Obama probably. Even when Hillary was still in, I think I was going to vote for Obama. This time,
well, I'll tell you. Like I said before, I mean, I'm a Bernie Sanders person. Because I think that he personally,